From the Newsroom at news.com.au.
Hi, I'm Lexi Cartwright, and this is the latest from the Newsroom. It's Monday, the 19th of October. We'll start in Victoria, where Premier Dan Andrews has lashed out at Prime Minister Scott Morrison after 65 travellers from New Zealand descended on the state despite it opting out of the Trans-Tasman travel bubble. Mr Andrews said Victoria has now effectively been forced into accepting the arrangement. Have a listen.
We're not particularly pleased that we were asked the question, do you want to be in the bubble? And then turns out, even though we said no, we are. But that's the fact of the matter, that's what we face. Ultimately, this has happened. It is completely contrary to the arrangements that we entered into, but it is a bit rich for the federal government to be essentially blaming the Victorian government for these matters.
To New South Wales, and a man has died after being gunned down in a suspected drive-by shooting in Sydney's southwest. It's understood the victim is infamous crime figure Bassam Hamzi's younger brother Mahid. Public Order and Riot Squad officers and a New South Wales police helicopter swarmed the Condell Park area in an attempt to track down the perpetrators. Now you can head to news.com.au for updates on that story. To other news now, and Gladys Berejiklian has been given a cringy grilling from Kyle Sandilands in an embarrassing radio interview where the shock jock asked the Premier if she enjoyed having secret sex and if she had a George Costanza fetish. The Kiss FM host didn't hold back when discussing Miss Berejiklian's 5-year relationship with ex-MP Daryl Maguire. Have a listen.
You'd think, God, the Premier and Kyle Sandilands couldn't be two polar opposites, right? But then I was having sex with 7 people at the radio station in Perth when I lived over there.
Yeah, well, that's a record I can't break, I'm glad to say.
Well, never say never, I say.
ICAC is currently investigating allegations of corruption against Mr Maguire when he was the member for Wagga Wagga, while Miss Berejiklian has continued to plead her innocence. To entertainment news now, and Chappelle Corby has appeared in a terse exchange with Sunrise co-host Sam Armitage during a live TV interview. The convicted drug smuggler was promoting her TV debut tonight on Seven's new show SAS Australia, and she wasn't too pleased with the line of questioning. Have a listen.
I covered part of your trial in Bali, and if you'd said to me back then that one of these days I'd be interviewing you about a reality show, I would have said absolutely no way. What do you say to people out there?
Well, I wouldn't have had any clue what would be in my future.
Yeah, so what do you say to people out there who are surprised now that you want to pursue a TV career?
Nothing. It's all about my own self. I did this for myself.
Okay, fair enough.
Finishing off with some sport news now, an up-and-coming boxing sensation Edgar Berlanga has secured his 15th consecutive first-round knockout after defeating American rival Lanell Bellows in less than 90 seconds. Whew. The 23-year-old Puerto Rican delivered a relentless assault in the first round, splitting Bellows' left eyebrow and prompting the referee to call the fight. Now, Berlanga is yet to see the second round of a fight since making his professional debut back in April 2016. That's incredible. Well, that's it from the Newsroom. We'll be back with an update in the morning.
Your headlines from news.com.au.